Doesn't do any good if I don't start streaming. There we go. We're going. There we go. We're going live. Hello, everybody. It always takes a while to bring this up, doesn't it? There we go. Perfect. We'll be getting going here in about 8 minutes and 8 minutes. A little over 8 minutes now. Oh, it's just always fun. Seeing if I can find how to bring everything up. There we go. Oh, this one should be live. Nice. Perfect. Got them all up. Got everything going. Hey, thanks for the love. Thanks for everything. Ember. I believe that's you. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for coming along on the journey. We're going to get going in about 7.5 minutes, somewhere in there. Let me know what's up in your story this week. What'd you do last week? Well, how was your weekend? Mine was spent... I don't know if you get the newsletter every day, but I kind of vented about that too. But mine was spent, vented, told, whatever you want to call it. Spent all our Saturday morning. Let's just get the words out, Dave, huh? Yeah. Clothes washer dies. And so we spend all Saturday finding a washer and dryer, getting it back to our house. Which is not easy to do when you have a little small SUV. Can't just pack it all in there. And then we embarked on, well, why don't we just give it a coat of paint? While we have everything out of there, let's just fine tune it the way, get us closer to the way we want it to be. So Sunday, all day Sunday was spent painting and hanging cabinets and getting it all going. So that was how I spent my weekend. Not exactly how I envisioned it on Friday, but that's how I spent it. And it looks great. Washer is great. Less noise, doesn't vibrate all over the floor and all over the crazy place and that. And did it all. So there you go. Well, Ember knows all about it. She got to listen to me make all the noises while I was trying to do it. So we'll get going a little under 6 minutes. But that was my weekend. What was yours like? What did you do for the weekend? Did you have fun? Did you frolic? Tell me in the comments section. I'm watching you over there. I'm watching you in the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. Make sure you share this with your friends. There's going to be some on board that should probably be listening to this. But know this. If you're here, you were meant to be here. Cheers, Prost, whatever you want to say, whatever your toast is. Tonight we're going to talk, follow your passion, keep on pushing through, and stick to your list. We're talking about the last half of the year tonight, and we're going to see if we can't get things qualified and help you get along the way on your journey. I'm just looking at the YouTube one. There's a little something hanging on my head. So make sure you hit that. And there it is. There it is. Oh my gosh. Who else is on YouTube? Have you been watching YouTube since this last update? It's driving me crazy because it's hitting all the now there's all different ways. Swipe. It used to be swipe down, you swipe left, and the video went. Now it's swipe down. Now you got to hit the X. Now you got to do. Now I need a whole new class on how to just operate YouTube on my phone. It's kind of drives me a little crazy every time they do these updates. Facebook, YouTube, any of these places that you're used to. You're used to it one way, and then they change everything up. Maybe I'm the only one that gets frustrated by that. Let me know if you get frustrated by that. Hit me in the comments section. Make sure you share this with all of your friends. Click onto there and share with all your friends. Have them come on board. And also, you can do that, do the quiz, do the Joy Quiz. Go on davestelma.com and click on Joy Quiz, the button there, and take that and tell me what your score is. Leave me a message on what your score is to that. Highest win so far, 27 out of 30. No one has topped 27 yet. And in fact, this last weekend, a lot of 22s. A lot of 22s. So keep it going. Keep trying it. Won't be long. Kyle will be on here. He always joins us. Unless he's working. He's working hard. Up at Two Rivers. Go see Kyle in Two Rivers. Or as we say here in Wisconsin, Trivers. There you go. Tonight we're going to talk about following your passion. I'm going to tell you about a couple of little questions that were shot to me by clients this week. Already this week. Thanks for the likes. Thank you. Thank you. And so we're going to hit that and kind of talk about fine-tuning for the rest of the year. How do we keep the momentum going? Don't just fade out at the end. Let's keep it going. Let's take it all the way through. Do a sports analogy. Let's take it all the way through the fourth quarter. Don't give up. We can still win by a field goal. I don't know. That's a football analogy. Anybody that knows me knows I know a little bit about sports. Ember knows that. Ember knows more about sports than I do. So there you go. So we'll have Ember on some nights. She can talk about sports. But tonight we're going to talk about keeping it fired up, keep the enthusiasm going through the end of the year. And let's finish big. We had big plans in January. Now we're going to finish big. A little over a minute left. Who's laughing at me? Stop it. Little over just about a minute left. And then we'll get going. This is the pre-show. If you don't know, we do a little pre-show in this. Make sure everything works, because there's been many a time I jump on here, the sound's not working, things not working. I got about 10 minutes or less to work things out. I did that on while I was getting this going here. I didn't click on the streaming. I didn't do a couple of little things. Luckily, it doesn't stream, so you don't get to hear me sit there and go, what's going on? So anyway, about 30 seconds left, and we will get the show cruising along here, and it'll be a great show. If you have questions along the way, questions, comments, hit them up in the comments section over there. Shoot them to me, and I will try to see them as best as I can, or I'll grab my little specs here and read them from across the room. So see how that goes. Trying to make them as big as possible. Oh, that's even better. Look at that. Perfect. All right. Let's get on with the show. Tonight, we're talking about follow your passion, keep pushing on, and stick with that list. Right after the intro. But this time of year, we're halfway through the year, but this time of year, all of a sudden we start kind of getting over that hump and we start lowering the bars on the goals that we want to achieve. And I'm here to tell you, don't do it. Everybody does it. I've done it. Everybody else has done it. And certain things you haven't hit certain goals along the way. And you're thinking to yourself, well, if I lower the bar a little bit, then I'm going to at least hit the goal. I'll feel a little bit better. But I'm going to tell you, you're not going to. You're going to then feel that there's something lesser about you. You're going to feel less about your capabilities. You're going to feel less about the goals that you want to set for next year. And so that it's not going to be a positive experience. What you need to do is keep on persistence. The common theme through this all 3 segments is going to be persistence. You have that goal in place. You have what you need to achieve, and just keep going along that route. This week I had a client that was also asking me, they have their goal in place, starting their business, and they're going in, but they're not seeing a lot of ground being gained. Okay, they're not hitting those marks that they thought that they set up, and so they're having apprehension. They're pulling back. They're thinking, I need to focus someplace else. And the question came up in one of the sessions of, should I change my career to make more money while I'm getting my business going? And my answer unequivocally is no, because then you're starting 2 different businesses. You're not just starting one, you're starting 2, because when you change a career, no matter what it is, you're going to then start focus. You have to focus on that. And you have to focus on on the demographic. You have to focus on sales, because it's all about sales. It's all about selling something, a product, yourself, somewhere down the line. So changing careers at this point, while you're still getting your passionate business going, is not the way to go. You got to follow your passion, follow your heart, and then that is really going to start to blossom. So don't cave in. Don't pull back. Keep persisting and keep the enthusiasm up. Now, how do you do that? We're going to give you another couple of themes throughout every one of these segments tonight, all 3 segments. You need to find a support group. You need to find someone that is going to be there and say, you know what? Look at what you have achieved and not what you haven't achieved yet. Because we all have big goals. We all want to hit those goals. But how are you going to hit that goal unless you don't just fully play the game? I'm going to go with a sports analogy. You're listening to the pre-show. I try my best. I'm not a heavy sports guy, but I'm going to give you a sports analogy. You can't go out there and play football and then only play half the game. And then if you're not up by 20 points or 50 points, heck, you've seen games and you've seen them in the replay where the opposing team may be up by 30 points, and all of a sudden there's a comeback and they start just going and going because the other team all of a sudden just gave up, right? They didn't fully play all the way till the end. Same thing with your business, same thing with your life. If you're just thinking about how I can remain passionate on my life, it can be as simple as losing weight. It could be the goal of weight. Now, what have you done so far? You probably made some little changes along the way. Maybe you've done some great things. Maybe you've hit that goal already and you set the bar higher. But this isn't for you. This show is about the ones that just haven't hit that goal yet. So when you have that goal in sight and you want to just keep pushing through and you want the persistence, consistent persistence to continue on in there. And to continue on with your goal. So keep going, keep pushing forward and follow your passion. The passion that's in that business, that life, the occupation, what career, whatever it is that you're doing, that passion is what drives you beyond. So you make that one more phone call. You stay an extra hour at work. If you get paid hourly, maybe it's that you stay an extra hour every day and you get 4 more hours in. Nowadays, it used to be you worked 40 hours. Nowadays, a lot of full-time jobs are 32 hours or something like that. And so maybe it's that you can get approval and you can work 40 more hours. Or just ask if there's anything else you can do. Maybe that's the way to get more promoted or get, put into a higher position that way. But whatever your passion is, follow that passion. Don't change jobs in the middle of this while you're getting a business going. Don't change jobs into something else. It can be a part-time job, but don't start a career type job. But follow your passion all the way through the end of this year. Your goals are in place. Keep envisioning what that end game looks like and keep working towards it. If you have to make another phone call, if you have to knock on another door, if I have to do 3 or 4 videos a week, I'll do 3 or 4 videos a week. If that's what it's going to take to get my business farther, faster. But you have to do it too. So whatever that is, find your passion, and hopefully you have written them down. You have to have your goals clear, concise, and written down. Got my goals that I wrote back at the beginning of the year. So I have those, and I look at those, and I review those. Those are right there. Did I hit my goals yet? No, I did not. My goals are for that at the end of the year. So my goals are a little bit bigger here. And so I have these in place. I'm over halfway to most of them. But I have those in place. So I review those goals, look at those goals, and envision what that end is going to look like. Part of it is working out, running 3 times a week. I've hit that mark, but I'm still not where I want to be as far as getting back to my really, or as my dad used to say, your fighting weight. I'm not back to my fighting weight yet. So make sure that you know what your passion is. Write down those goals. If you haven't, if you kind of just made them up in the beginning, that's probably why you haven't hit them yet. Write those goals down, and then only share them with the people that will support you 100%, no matter if you falter or fail to hit that goal. Like even at this point, they're still going to say, hey, look at what you did. Don't focus on what you didn't do. Focus on what you did. And then you will succeed by the end of the year. It's as simple as that. So make sure that you follow your passion. Don't start divvying up your time as far as starting a new career and then starting a business at the same time. Now you're splitting all that energy. You got to focus that energy, and you'll just succeed. You'll have those goals met by the end of the year. If you have any issue or problem, or if you just can't quite focus it right, go on my Facebook page. Go on my Facebook page and click on request time, and just request a 15-minute or a half-hour session, and we'll get you back in focus. Okay. So go on the Facebook page. So Dave Stelma on Facebook. Just search me up, Dave Stelma on Facebook. Actually, you should probably be there right now because this is live on Facebook. So go on Facebook, click on the request time button, and you'll punch in when you're available. Saturday mornings are always available, or should be, I shouldn't say. Saturday mornings are the time that I do free sessions. So if you need a quick 15-minute, half-hour focus session, then go on there, hit request time, tell me what time on Saturday morning that you are available, and hopefully we can coordinate a time, and I'll get right back to you on that. That comes directly to me. We'll message back and forth to get that coordinated. After you follow your passion, when you get that coordinated, next up is keep pushing on. You got to be persistent and keep pushing on through. As you see there, we planted our money at the beginning of the year. We banked on it. We hit these goals. And when you focus on a goal, when you write down a goal, that's like planting money. You're planting that money. You're going to plant dollar bills, and you're going to make hundreds of dollar bills grow, right? So that's where you're going to be at. So what you need to do is keep pushing on through. Martin Luther King Jr. said a speech in Washington, D.C. way back when, and it said, "I don't want violence." No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He said, "I have a dream." He didn't say what he doesn't want. He said what he wanted, what his vision was. I'm going to get a little bit into the realm of what's going on in the United States right now, and in your business and in your life. Focus on what you want. We're seeing on social media, we're seeing on videos, Periscope, Facebook, all these different places. And people are just telling everyone about what they don't want. Throw that away. Correct your mindset. Put down what you want to see. Now in your business, we do that every year, right? We put down the goals that we want to achieve. We put down the people we want to meet, the things we want to do with our business. Life is the same way. If you're single and you want a relationship, you're telling all your friends about what that person looks like, what the opposite the person that you want in your life looks like, feels like, sounds like, talks like, all those good things. And so now, depending upon what your goals are, that's what you want to do. You have to focus on what you want and how you're going to attain it, right? So we start out with a goal at the beginning of the year. We then wrote down our action steps to get to that by the end of the year. And now it's August. Where are you at? Let's evaluate where we're at. If we have to reposition a little bit, maybe get back on course. Maybe you're thinking negative. Maybe you're thinking, I haven't even done half the stuff that I have in my action steps. And now, what am I going to do? Where do I want to go with this? How am I going to attain this by the end of the year? Now I'm like, I'll throw in the towel. I'm in the second half of the year. I can't get anywhere with this. Maybe you're going to throw in the towel at that point. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you need a quick 15-minute, half-hour strategy session, go on the Facebook page, Dave Stelma Facebook page, and click on the request time button and hit that, and we'll do a quick little strategy session. Generally leave Saturday mornings open for that I can go through people. Otherwise, during the week, I'll do that. Do one or two of those throughout the week after 5 o'clock Central. So if you can do that during those times, let me know. But click on the request time button and come on there and just shoot me a couple of dates and times that you're available, and we'll see if we can coordinate that. But you got to keep on pushing through. Persistence is the key. Time equals persistence. If you get the newsletter that I send out, email letter every day, I just sent out a short little email letter that kind of hopefully will create more joy in your life, whether it's in your business or whether it's in your life in general. Whatever your goals are, I shoot out a little bit of an email every day that's a quick read that you can just go on and read and hopefully and use throughout that day. Today's was timing equals persistence. You have to, time equals persistence, that you have to utilize your time. Utilize it wisely. Time goes by very quickly. So persist. Consistent persistence to get to those goals by the end of the year. So don't just throw in the towel. Re-examine your goals. Keep on pushing through that, because you're going to get negative people in your life. You're going to get positive people in your life. One, I generally do not watch any TV at all because it's really negative. So I will fill my life with different videos, different inspirational videos, different just music, different things of that sort. That's going to enlighten me. That's going to make me feel better about things, because joy is going to bring more joy into my life. If you have negative thoughts, hatred, anger, that usually perpetuates, if I can say that, perpetuates itself. So joy will perpetuate joy. Anger will perpetuate anger. So don't put your mindset into that. So you got to keep pushing through with your goals for this year. And that's how we're going to make a great end of the year. You're going to have all the holiday wishes that you ever wanted by the end of the year. You just keep with that consistent persistence. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want, and consistent persistence. That's the key to everything in the last half of this year. You planted the seeds in January. You thought about what you wanted to hit for your goals. And now you're going to just see that through. We're going to play all the way through to the end of the game. And the end of the game comes in December. And then we're going to go for the next year. Once you realize and once you hit those goals, that's when the magic happens. Hey, Kyle, I've been waiting for you all night. Thank you for joining. Share it with all your friends. And I thank you for sharing it with all the friends. Yeah. But we planted the goals. As you can see there, we planted our little dollar bills. Now we're going to make them into $100 bills by the end of the year. And it's going to happen. We planted the goals in January, and now we're working towards the end of the year. And don't give up. It seems to be a long game. Maybe you haven't hit the strides yet, but it's coming. Just as I do in running, as you start out, and it's like when you first start running, and if anybody ever knows this or anything that you do, you start out running and it's like, whoa, it hits you like a wall. Just all of a sudden that wall is 25 feet out, could be 50 feet out. And you're thinking, man, I must have ran 5 miles and it was 50 feet. But you can just keep persisting. And each day, if you go a little bit farther, you'll hit your stride by the end of the year. A beautiful thing. And what I want you to do next is even better than that. I want you to make a list. Sit down and make a list of what it would take, your next action steps, what it would take to hit that goal that you set in January by the end of December. And it can be as simple as, or as complex, or as anxiety-driven as ask. It could be as simple as that. Find someone else that has done it and just ask them. And what's the worst that they can say? They can say no. And when they say no, it's okay. You move on to the next person. You keep asking them. Whether that's writing a book, whether that's attaining a certain sales goal, whether that is just hitting a new career, changing careers, or, getting your first speaking gig. I know there's some people, I'm in a group and they just started a new group all of a sudden, an offshoot that is for speakers and authors. And now all these people are like sharing ideas. We all want to hit the same goal by the end of the year. And so we're sharing all of our ideas on how to hit that number. How can we get that book published? How can we get that speaking gig? Who do you know that I don't know? Who can I introduce you to? So there's all those ways out there. So that's what I want you to do next. Make a checklist and then put a little box next to it. Make it look all artsy if you want, and tape that up on your wall or on your mirror in the morning. That you see it in the morning, you see it at night. Put your goals on there for the end of the year, and let's make this happen. Let's make a vision that goes with it. I had a client that texted me or messaged me and said, asked about a vision board. Stupid me, I never mentioned it to him about doing a vision board. And he said, do you know anything about making a vision board? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, definitely in my forte. And so now he goes, I think I need that. I think that's something that could help me. And so walked him through the steps of doing it, and we're in the process of really honing in a vision board that's really going to empower him so he can hit those goals by the end of the year. I said, don't go any farther than that. Don't go way out about the mansion on the hill in California and things of that sort. That we'll get to that later. Let's hit the first ones where it's more short term, and you're going to be so fired up by it that all of a sudden you're going to crank these things out more and more, because when you have a vision, that's the most important part. If you have a vision of attaining that goal, what that end goal is going to look like, what that end game is going to look like, whether it's buying a new car, whether it's losing weight, whatever that is, when you have that vision in you, you can't get rid of that. The only thing that can happen from it is if you can start fading away from it and feeling negative towards it if it doesn't come fast enough to you. But you know what? We're here on Earth, and we're here for quite a long time. So don't worry about how fast these things happen in your life. Yes, we want it by the end of the year, but I'm not going to worry about December in August. I'm going to worry about August right now. Anything I do right now is going to affect what happens in December. So keep that in the back of your mind. The other thing I want you to do is, and the constant theme is, say it with me, persistence. Consistent persistence throughout this all three of these steps. Find a mastermind group. Find people that have done what you're striving to do and invite them to be in your group. So find a mastermind group, and no more than 10 people. Can be less than that, but no more than 10 people. And all different ways. If you're a landscaper, don't get a whole bunch of other landscapers. Get someone that has made whatever money you want to make, $200,000 a year, $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, and get that person in, and he may have some interest of what you do and your landscaping. It's not networking. Mastermind groups are worked differently. And I'm going to do a whole segment. In fact, I'll write that down. I'll do next week's show on just making a mastermind group and making it work well. We'll do a whole show on that. And you want to get together with those people that have attained that success already, as well as some that are looking to attain your success. So if you have all different levels within there, you're going to help the ones that you can rise up to your level, and then the ones above you are going to help you rise up to their level. That's the magic of it. And you keep it short and sweet, but you got to find the right people. So I would challenge you to do that and get that going for the last half of this year and then into the next year. So find those people, and not necessarily right in your area. It's not a networking thing where we get together at lunch. It can be, but it could be as simple as we get on Zoom or Skype or one of those where we can all be on at the same time, and you're going to share your goals. You're going to do a brief update on what you attained, your accomplishments, things of that sort, and then you're going to move forward. But I'll do a whole segment on that if that's what will definitely help you. So let me know on that. But the next part is find an accountability partner. Find someone that you can just be real brief with and go, these are the 5 things I want to do today towards my goal. And you can ask their brief opinion on it. Hey, what do you think about this? I want to call this person, or whatever it is. You can give them a brief opinion, but no more than 5 or 10 minutes. Possibly 10 minutes is the max, though. Maybe each person has up to 5 minutes. If you take less, you take less. If you take more, you take more. But no more than 10 minutes total conversation, back and forth. Can be email. Phone call is probably the best if you can do just a quick little phone call back and forth. And then ask the other person why they didn't get this one done from yesterday. You had these 5 things on your list. Why didn't you get, what was difficult about that? Were you nervous? Was it anxiety? Can I help you in any way? And it could be something as simple as that. So those are the 2 challenges I put out to you for the end of this year. So from now till the end of the year, get a mastermind group going, get an accountability partner that's going to, if weight is your issue, then find an accountability partner. Why do you think Weight Watchers works? Because you have to go there every week to weigh in. They're going to hold you accountable. You're going to feel self-accountability because maybe you didn't hit your goal. You want to lose 3 pounds for this week, and you only lost 1.5 pounds. They're not going to yell at you about it. They're going to give you different ways that maybe you could attain your goal and help you through it. But that's what an accountability partner is there. It's not to be negative on you and scold you for when you did something wrong, but just to kind of say, how can I help you? How can I help you get farther faster? If there's something, because we all have our special little traits in life, and it could be that my trait is going to be able to help you attain your goal. So that's what you have to do with accountability partners. So mastermind group, big on whole, meet like every 2 weeks, quick 1 hour at the most session, no more than 10 people. Accountability partner, if you can't do the mastermind and the accountability partner, then an accountability partner, then just get the accountability partner and let them go back and forth 5-10 minutes max every morning. 5 minutes is really ideal too, because you don't want to drag it out too far. You just want to be real brief and keep it upbeat, keep it positive, keep things going. And then that's going to help you keep on track for the rest of the year. Ask for help. People love to help you. I will say that and say it again. People love to help you. So ask, hey, I'm having a tough time with it. Can you help me with that? Do you know someone that can help me with XYZ? Thanks for the love and the likes. I love it. But ask for help. The worst that can happen is you don't get any help. You didn't have help before you asked, and the worst case scenario, you don't have help after you ask. So you're no farther ahead or behind. So ask. And if you keep asking, you'll get to the right person that'll help you. It just always happens that way. Oh my gosh, time is flying by. So stick with your list, make a list, stick with your list. If you still have your list back in January, go down through it, refine it. What haven't you done yet? And then mastermind group, accountability partner, ask for help. That's the third and final thing in this. So get that list and then ask for help. Simple, easy, and to the point. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the new people that are on tonight. See some new people that have joined us. They're lurking a little bit because no one did a comment or anything. But go on, hit the Joy Quiz. Go to davestelma.com, click on the Joy Quiz button, and take that Joy Quiz. No one has reached over 27 yet. 27 out of 30 is the highest score so far. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye. If you like this video, like my Facebook page or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or find everything at davestelma.com.